guys really represented wild asses.
You don't want to wear a leopard print. Zebra print.
How's it appropriate?
Yes, well, it's...
Michelle, I didn't know poets could be sexy.
I was told I looked so good tonight. I looked Spanish.
Get out the Neruda.
So, my mother was supposed to come here tonight, and I was a little worried because some of the poems are a little sexy.
Where's your mom?
Yeah, she had to work early, I think.
Okay, so we're going to get this dirty.
Your mom canceled the other feature.
Her and David were carpooling, and he canceled.
Hey, JK, get the hell down. We got videotape here. This is history.
Lower the mic a little.
Yeah, we're going to lower you. Not you, the mic.
Alright, jerks. So this first piece, which is Joseph has all the copies of it, $3 a piece. It's titled Gender Names for Moon.
Turn it up.
Right into the mic.
Gender Names for Moon.
I'm drunk. I don't need a light.
Alright. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Gender names for moon. My clitoris is a used to be banana horn, under pink or yellow, but plum, purple, ripe, like our apple in the moonlight toothed hellos. I am gendering reflections, smiling, only at unwanted children, sighing, shoulderless shrug. Hippopotamus. I agree. Shallow enough to graze the neighbor's front step, the precipice of a man. The man yellowed and muscles in places you can only get working one machine 8 hours a day. Who sent me the roots of flowers, still mineral. One always from a pink tulip. The other just grass. You know grass roots when you see them. They're stringy and thin, woven like a neglected child's hair. And the other flower root reminded me of Dad. Thick, strong, and suggesting I will never be pretty enough or deserving. Gender names for moon. Tonight the moon is full of my gender, is swollen and smiling and laughing like it's drunk or retarded. It's pregnant. Or too round for any diet. Or maybe it's a southward wind smelling like damp chance. I have renamed my gender for you, moon. I have named my gender for you, moon. With your toothed smiles, with your mother of pearl reflections, I am inculcated. Big, dumb smile. Gender names for moon. The neighbor trailed my marinara lip. The raw calamari caught the back of my throat. His agile fingers patted his denim knee. He pulled me over his lap. I've been rude, mannerless, bad, he said. At finished, he smoothed his pants with those callous hands and asked me if I thought he was being fair. I told him, Fallujah, no. Kitty Hawk, no. Tuscarawas, no. Kilimanjaro. They have 3 moons in June with a gravitational pull causing the biggest waves this side of Cincinnati. He told me, Reno, maybe Vegas. I touched his knee with contrition and said, I am allergic to potter plants and have never liked your haircut. Wordless. I never saw any more tulips. That's $3! How good? That's a fucking deal.
$50 you ever spent.
Yeah. You just see the guy in the green shirt. Not that guy. That guy. Not that guy. Not that guy, that guy. Or that guy. Not that guy.
How many guys you got?
Heather Green, not Kelly Green.
Heather either. Or that guy. Okay, so this one is untitled, but take the first line as titled. Dead baby jokes are funnier. When you're not a Buddhist or a hedonist, you'd say cocked. Red puffs from the light, immobile slide into green. So much that grass has no color. So green that the next light is yellow. Exhale. To remove a bag of needles from your fucking nose. With a pluck of a thumb and an index still reaching like you found a whole tray of caviar that not even Jesus or the Ritz could have produced with such expediency. But you, with your seatbelt on, pull out that sandwich bag bundled like so many bags of pot, yellowed from rolling and unrolling, knotting, twisting, unraveling, procuring. You take that big fucking palm of yours, settle each needle around in a pentagon. Except you prefer circles. My ex with tic-tac-toe to your oblong egg-like O. The same shape you made in your palm. The needles threatening, threading each other, overlapping like hands on zippers, waistbands, navels, nipples, those easy hands building what looks like a beehive. Cute, uncanny community, thriving and buzzing and bleeding. I've got honey, darling. My throat goes dry, goes sticky, goes thick, goes sweet. Honey? I say with one hand on your shoulder and the other pointing to the now green light. The car moves forward, sending the hives, spilling the blueprint of so many others. The model hives rolling and rallying around our feet. The bees stagger to your face with their big, stupid tears, using their most polished English idioms. They tell you, go fuck your mother, or sit on a dick. The grape-sized fury fills the car with mothers and fucks and dicks, so you take the fallen needles and with perfect form dart each through the heart. Or at least that's what I imagine. Making your car look like an ornithologist's office. You had the same look on your face as the birthday when nobody called. Finally, we pulled to my mother's house, tired of all that silence you were making and me matching. I run inside, hug my mother, the 800-pound gorilla, and hop straight onto the living room table where I pee into my favorite plant. I was eating my mother's famous palm cookies as soon as I realized you hadn't come in, and it had been days. So I left a note on your car. And if my mother were here, I would have pointed her out and fucking said, thanks, Mom. But thanks, Mom.
She's rather slender.
Yeah. She's over there. Yeah.
You can see it on
Maybe her insides are there. They're probably
Oh, okay. Kitchen. I miss mildew and damp dirt under older imported tiles. Used to be yellow, watching one still on the wall. Day breaks, light hits, old smoke-stained curtains curtail its path. And I told Mama it wasn't right to keep fresh sun hitting nicely from the west, weary from the day's wait, warning the family, dinner's coming, hands should be washed, like Sunday clothes on Saturday night. On the floor I rocked and spun and thought and thought and thought, dribbling SpaghettiOs from my spongy mouth, making more a fine mess. Who has seen? The tile ripped. New linoleum pasted like stamps by Mama and me in the room on the floor where I was conceived. This is bourbon that it'll do. So, it's been really great, but throughout my whiskey travels, I've heard people talking under the influence of and about. So this is to whiskey. And it's a period in pretty much quotations. I've had enough empty drinks, trying to stay social. Hot enough will dance backwards to cheap whiskey waltzes, whose target market is the other color, telling me more stories so we can get ready for the real world. Darling, more fires. You get a fifth for $5.70 where I'm from. I had a mile to go to the coffee shop, which I'm pretty sure was the hospital. That was where I was moving. I was feeling alright. Do you guys have a t-shirt so I can tie off my leg? 3 cop cars go off. What's the deal? I've been drinking whiskey all day. They took me in the hospital against my will. Let's do whiskey. This is the piece that was in my matchbook poem. The Language Foundry put out a series of matchbooks. I believe it was 12 artists, local artists, myself included, and this is the one that was in it. It's titled Months Like 3 a.m. Carnegie. 5 bridges, a lone cab driver, white sidewalk vomit, his bike not quicker than bus faster, burnt street light, a house with 6.5 blue dots, sweat, shirt hookers warmer than Satan's bathwater underneath that part of the schoolyard, boys brag, breasts, spit, accidents, pulled wings off moths, legs from grasshoppers, dead street signs upside down, no parking anytime, stoplights blink yellow both directions. These months have gone by so fast, I don't know what to call them. Thanks. Carmen Tracy. It's called Baby Needs. The idiot. Baby needs. Baby needs. Baby needs. The idiot limbs are dead to the idiot. Dull, inaccurate smile stabbing into right cheek on that face, mouth tight like roadside carry-on, making light, hollow lashes at other idiots. The homeless, their damaged follicles, he murders on, need fixing. They could wrap their facial hair around their neck like scarves or a wig if needed. He stops, pretending maybe need is a word he knows. Need, the necessity, by definition, is getting an erection every evening before bed and pulling it out and in, increasing, folding when the hand reaches the base, pink and white like his knuckles fixed. He drags the drink to his face, looking upward, hooking it to his mouth again, pouring it long and to the head, the off-centered face, engorged satisfaction. Even though we both know need and not having are only known in dry counties, or by the man gone crippled who'd shoot you in both legs for a drink and some conversation. It's not about you. This is for about Sean. It's a good friend of ours who is currently traveling, I think, in Central America right now. But he's gone, and this is for about him. If a table has 4 legs, hands stained, the image of perfect, rich, renewed resource, with threads stitching its length sinuous, that would make you brown haired, and that wood timbered by specialists, not delicate in manner, but leathered, like men in boots who come cutting and crossing like teeth unrooted from soft, fleshy gum, until persuading, Those trees from the ground, like a pretty girl from her boyfriend. Her smile more becoming on your strong arm. Remember, this is not about trees, but a metaphor, because I don't know how to tell you about you. Your tallness is not only genetic, but an anomaly. The legs, they say, are built like a whole forest of trees with diseased piping off a wastebasket tricycle, streamers flowing like it's shit creek, and there's been heavy rain uptown in a parking lot east of here, but you are all hers, falling like trees, but no one's around, so no one hears anything except water. Someone is asking for water. So thirsty, you are so thirsty, you could drink from their eyes, needing love, lust, another pretty girl out there with a boyfriend, and I'm sure she needs a lift. Remember, this is only a metaphor, because I don't know how to tell you. I'm not old enough to call you sir. What I like to do in my writing is I'll pull actual quotes from people, like the whiskey thing. This is from Edgewater, and these two people look like they popped out of a Land's End catalog. They were totally great, and it's really the now. So this is an actual quote, as quickly as I can write it. The guy is looking into the camera, and she is filming him. We Obama supporters finished Hillary. Keep in mind, they fucking look like they popped out of Land's End. Right-wing policy is no longer the mainstream. John McCain, you son of a bitch, your old ass is gonna be sorry you ever fucked with Obama. Just let go. Forget it. How long did it go for? I just wanted to get a minute 30. Not really? It usually gets background. I promised myself I would not use that program. Am I in trouble? No, I'm not. Where are we going? I got a clear sense you didn't want to hold it. What? I can't hear you when you're riding away. No, it's okay. Let's just go for a bike ride. So, this is the last written poem, and then I have a sound piece. Untitled. So it's cigarettes, chocolate, coffee, sex. The font is black, but do we read it another way? What about rambling or reading, daydreaming, a whole pile of food? What about counting cracks in the sidewalk or wanting to touch someone's face when they smile? Licking sweat, yours not mine. Wearing sweat, biking, a cold face, eating snow, trying to take that one goddamn picture, constantly planning my eulogy, listening close, whispers, fucking your boyfriend. We're all having sex with someone significant to someone else. Raw foods, masturbating, allowing, promising this is the last time, swearing, yelling, fighting back, writing it all, it will get better. Crisis, many crises, mail the rent check, make less declarations, peeing, pooping, feeling smarter, watching your beautiful moments, the brush off, feeling used, small, knowing better, tummy ache, pregnancy, calling, texting, setting the date, spaghetti, my dear, friends, rereading, editing, writing in a slant, feeling beckoned, connected, existential, hunger and hunger and hunger and hunger, and being hungry, sleeping, my cats, naps, loving without attachments or mercy, being too proud for TV but not masturbation, isolation, crying, drink and drink and drink and drunk. I swear I'm living. So now I have a sound piece. Cue it whenever.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just recording. So.
Come back here. All right. Right here. Yeah, you know, don't be watching for everybody. You got video going here. Don't be watching the camera. We're all about doing it right.
1806 English fan slave trade. January 22nd, 2007. 19th century wooden sculpture, Cuba, Polo Monte. April 4th, 2007, ugly jugs or monkey jars, 19th century. Built on a wheel, there's no wheel in Africa. Joshua Johnson or Johnston, 18th century. Language acquisition. This one got ears, I only got pink, saw pig. It got black and white, it got the mat. The beast in the jungle. Exocentric point of view. The man who knew nothing would happen. Carrie. Carrie won't tell you when she's mad. Instead, she'll get stern like a mom, trying to stick up like a mom, who's also your little sister. Carrie is tough, but not repetitive. Carmen is a babe and a poet, and if I were a dude, I'd be totally into her. She also has a dirty mouth. Joseph. There are lots of things I could say. We dated. We had a lot of good times, and a lot of bad ones too. 1559. Never muttered between them snares the truth about him. Invoking, not as strong. Rereading, editing, all of it so well. Write more, read less of the others. This goddamn bite, God, bad people. Referring to my others by moniker. Flattery. Are we gifted? Give me sound time. Here. Is this what fighting feels like? My tummy aches. Or baby, it's only time. Or maybe, don't worry, the stains will come out. Darlings, big hugs. This time will be different. The bees won't hurt as bad. TV is okay, let's talk. Tastes good. Want more ketchup? Tartar sauce? Of home a day, and all those other words I no longer care for or sleep with because, well, it's been too long since winter and we only had that relationship because of COVID. And myself, I'm going to try very hard not to be involved with people while in the house. But it was his version of care which was emotional and myopic. Who will I yell at for not talking? Whispers are profound. 2 cups of dates, lemon, half a cup of butter, 3/4 a cup brown sugar, 1 3/4 a cup of white flour, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of rollers.